Hello gamers, this is Mew. Welcome back to another video. If you hear any sounds, I'm just walking, trying to get back into exercise, but I'm kind of lost interest in Just Dance right now. I've been playing it consistently for quite a while, so it was time to do something else. So I don't know, just walking, I guess. Anyways, this is another book review. This is also one that's kind of been I read a while ago, but I was like, I don't know, in a weird mood, so I felt like I wasn't really ready to like draw stuff for it and stuff. So anyway, this is Between Fire and Pines by Kathleen Sawisky. Sawisky? Um Actually another of my fellow critique circle brethren, I guess. Is brethren a weird word to say? I don't know. You tell me. But, yeah. So, I got this for Christmas. I was under the impression it was in, like, a series of 3, but it's actually gonna be, like, a series of 9. But, like, the first 3 are, like, their own separate thing. Like, the author said, first 3 are kind of just, like, the main character focused. I mean, obviously that's what the books do, but like it's kind of, I guess it's her arc. I don't ask me what comes next for the next 4 through 9 because I don't know, but I may get a chance to read book 3 a little bit early, so that'll be fun. And obviously I'll keep the series in mind for when the 3rd book comes out, as of course. So anyway, so overall, I give this book 4 out of 5. Enjoyment is 4 out of 5. Quality 4 out of 5. Characters 3 out of 5, and plot 3 out of 5. Also, just to explain my rating system, 5 out of 5 is like a book that I think is as close to perfect as you can get, or like my enjoyment of the book trumps any issues. Like, even if it was, like, objectively bad, like, well, actually, I forget what objectively and subjectively, but, like, if I enjoyed a book a lot, you know, I'll give it a 5 out of 5, even if there were, like, technical problems, like plot, grammar, that kind of thing. 4 out of 5 is a book I think is, like, mostly perfect. You know, I liked it. And it has some... or my enjoyment mostly trumps issues, or it has, like, it's got some issues, but it's not, like, I think this is a terrible book. 3 out of 5 is, like, average, probably has, like, about equal amount of good and bad to discuss. 2 out of 5, I probably didn't really like it for one reason or another, and I think there's more bad than good. And a 1 out of 5, I hated it. And I think there's very little good to be said about this book. So, yeah. Also, quickly, for what I tried to draw, this is kind of spoilers, but, like, it happens in, like, the first chapter, so, you know. What does the blurb say, actually? Let me pull out the book, because I own it. It's in my house. Okay, yeah, it's not mentioned in the blurb, but, like, this happens, like, the first chapter. So, you know, I was going to do, like, either one of 2 things. Drawing the fire, because Natalia's house is, like, burnt down, and she's, like, there when the fire happens. Or I was going to draw her, like, seeing her mother dead. Also kind of a spoiler. But again, it happens within, like, the first chapter, so not too big of a spoiler. Anyway, this one also did not turn out very great, and I might redraw this at some point, because, like, the point of these is, like, obviously promote indie and self-published books, but also, like, I want to do fan art for series that might not get a whole lot of fan art otherwise, but like this one is like I really don't like this, so I kind of like to have something nice to show to the author, but obviously this didn't turn out the way I wanted, so I didn't show it to the author, but um even though this isn't really about the art, um what do you think I should do to like redraw this? Cuz like I don't know, man. I'm sure there's a cool way to do like lighting for fires and stuff, but I couldn't figure that shit out, so it was pissing me off. Ugh. Anyway. Um anyway, let's read the actual review. So, pacing fast. The plot is like it's constantly evolving, so, I I liked it. It was very angsty story, but I liked it. I have the most to say about everything else about the story. Characters! Poor Natalia. And I also really liked Beth and Steven. Most of the side characters, I really didn't care much about them. Who I thought they didn't do enough to leave an impact on me. And I feel like some probably could have been cut. Because, like, there were a bunch of characters where I kept being like, I don't remember who this is, man. And also, I think Jim was alright too, but I don't think he was really Steven. Because Steven was, like, fleshed out. Jim, like, came in, like, halfway to, like, about a third of the way through. And I also like the Preacher and Holly. They were, like, also, like, side characters. They weren't, like, Steven or Natalia's, like, presence in the story, but, like, I did like them. Relationships. I really love the dynamic between Steven and Natalia. Jim and Natalia was also fine, but it did Steve and Natalia's relationship to a less successful degree. I also like Beth and Natalia's dynamic, even though it was short-lived. That might be a spoiler. Yeah, I should just put warnings at the beginning of all these videos that just say, like, hey, I try my best not to spoil too much, but if you want to be safer rather than sorry, go read the book first before watching this video. Anyway, Megan fucking sucks. Oh my god. Like, I understand some situations force her hands. I feel like things would be a lot different if she didn't force Steven into the mission. But, like, I get that's, like, part of the plot, but, like, damn, she sucks. I think, yeah. Grammar, a few odd moments, but, like, it was fine. Didn't pick up on a whole lot of stuff. World building, I think, like, this isn't fantasy, so, like, it's not, like, fantasy world building, but, like, there was enough shown, but not so much that all interest is lost. But, like, I do kind of, like, still, I mean, I kind of have an idea of Megan and Calder's role. Megan is, like, the boss of Steven, and Calder is, like, the bigger boss. I don't know. I am not involved in this kind of business, so. Anyways, just in general, I think the portrayal of the agency is, like, super raw and heartbreaking, and it's super morally gray. Like, I don't know if this is the right term, but the closest the story is to, like, other existing stories, like, it's like a secret agency type of thing, but, like, I feel like typically, like, they're mostly portrayed as, like, really cool and awesome and epic and, like, you're doing cool stuff, but, like, in this story, it's, like, not like that, and I thought that was a super interesting take. I don't really read books in this genre. This was considered, like, thriller, but I think maybe it'd be kind of like secret agents. Unfortunately, there was a formatting issue where there weren't numbered pages. It's like 300. I do not know what that was about. Probably a mistake, but I didn't like that. But considering that's still in there, like, I'm guessing the author didn't know. I don't know how to tell the author to be like, hey, your book is missing page numbers for most of the book. So, anyway, that was my review for Between Fire and Pines. I will be linking this book. There will be a bookshop link. It will, in the bookshop, it's going to have this book. It's going to have the sequel. There's also going to be, like, other indie books. I may also just post a bookshop link to a bunch of other books that I just like in general. These are, like, commission links. This isn't really a sponsor, but it's like I earn, like 10%? Yeah, I earn, like, 10% commission on, like, any books you buy through the links to my bookshop. So if you want to support both me, any of the authors involved, and local bookstores, consider buying this or any other books that I have linked in the bookshop links below, to support me and the authors and local bookstores. And I said the same thing twice. Obviously, if this isn't your thing, there's other stuff. My book, The Fall, is also on there, which at the point in time I'm recording this, it's still not out, but it's probably out. I've been having to resolve a whole bunch of issues with that, but it's fine. Almost there. Whenever this, I'm guessing this book is probably coming out in the future, so maybe it's already out, maybe it's not. You'll probably see, though. I'm hoping by the time this video comes out, the stuff with the pre-order links not working are all finished and working as they should. Anyway, recording videos while walking in circles is really annoying. I'm sure you can hear, like, me being tired by simply walking in circles, it's very dizzying. But anyways, consider buying this book or just any other books through my bookshop link, including maybe possibly mine, and then my Patreon, which by the time this comes out, you'll know what the secret project I've been teasing is about. But I'll probably start posting other stuff on there. I keep forgetting to keep up with posting YouTube previews on there, but I don't know. I don't know what's next for my Patreon at the moment. Probably gonna work on, like, another story instead. Maybe I should start posting that up on there now. Okay, I've dragged this on long enough, so thank you all for watching. Have you read this book before? What do you think? How the hell do I fix this fan art so that it's something I can actually show the author without feeling weirded out? Yeah. Thank you all for watching. That is all from me today. Bye!